Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Batman Arkham Knight Robin. An updated take to the Robin character. Not crazy about the design. I don't know. When it gets to the Arkham games, Robin's just not really my thing. More of a hooded, kind of got that Robin Hood kind of vigilante look to him. He is pictured with a staff, though it doesn't appear that he comes with a staff, which, again, kind of is my issue with this line. Well, decent figures all around, but really could give us some accessories would be nice too. It's highly detailed and authentic, as indicated by the packaging there as well. Speaking of, on the back of the packaging, Robin, his real name is Tim Drake, occupation is vigilante, weapon of choice, retractable bow staff. DC Comics Multiverse are inspired by comic-based characters' rich entertainment sources, such as movies and video games. These figures are meticulously designed to be truly authentic, celebrating the many universes of entertaining DC Comics material. Other figures that we've already had a look at is the DC Comics Scarecrow, DC Comics Red Hood, and Batman. Oh, and also, not to ruin this review, but 0 to 3, not recommended, small parts. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up, and when we come back, we're getting a better look at the DC Comics Multiverse Batman Arkham Knight Robin. Don't go anywhere, guys. There's more heading your way. Stay tuned. With Robin out of packaging, I actually appreciate the figure a little bit more than when I did in packaging. I think sometimes that's what happens. You look at something in a store, and you think, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really feeling this all that much. But when you get it out of packaging, you get it home, and you start playing with it, all around, it's actually a decent looking figure. He has the soft fabric material, as the same with Batman. Although Batman's was a little bit different. It had a finished coat of a different material on the outer side, and then on the inside was this fabric material. Case in point, actually, let's reach off camera here and bring in Batman. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. See, the inside is the same material, but the outside is kind of coated in this faux. Batman had this too. The '89 Batman from NECA also had this, where it kind of gives you this faux leather material. Robin doesn't have that. He just has the fabric. Scale-wise, Robin's shorter than Batman, which I appreciate. I'm glad that they're not, like the same height. Robin's a little bit shorter. Batman went more of a realistic approach where they gave him pupils, but I noticed packaging-wise, Robin's got pupils, but the figure itself isn't. The figure itself is just white pupils. I like that better. Especially, too, I find with like a lot of the Arkham City figures, that's the one thing that really drew me away from the line was the pupils in the eyes. I just find that takes away from Batman. I like the white eyes personally. This was a smart decision by giving him white eyes versus pupils. I just think it kind of gives him a more... Like, if you weren't going to display Robin here from Arkham Knight, you could display him just as a Robin figure. Yes, he doesn't have the bow staff, which is a shame. The rest of the detailing is very nice on him. He's got the red, the nice lighter red. They're very vibrant red, actually. Darker cranberry red, kind of accenting the sides of his armor. And then the rest of the figure is just black with gold for his utility belt and this metallic olive colored green for the gauntlets, as well as in his shin guards. But I do like his face. Surprisingly, I do really like his face now that I have him out of packaging. For your articulation, Robin's head does swivel left and right. His mask, once again, usually is a common thing for masked characters. The mask is attached to the head, allowing you to still freely move the head back and forth. Shoulders are on a ball hinge joint, and this one was very stiff before. It's loosening up a little bit more now. Ball hinge joints that allow the arms to move out, as well as forward and back, or really all the way around. A hinge in the elbow, swivel in the wrists, swiveled waist, and legs that go very easily. You could even give Robin the splits if you so wished. But legs go out very easily, forward and back, and a bend at the knee. Let's also not forget the swivel in the thigh, but once again, no peg or joint in the ankles. Robin's completely been omitted of jointed ankles. But it's the same thing for the other Batman figures that we've looked at too. None of them have joints in the knees, in the ankles. We can weigh in down below if you guys want to let me know what you guys think of that. Personally, I guess I was bothered by the fact it didn't have the ball joint or a hinge in the foot. But really, too, a figure this small, that joint always can get really, really loose. So it doesn't have it. I'm bothered that they don't have it just for a posing option. But you know, the more I look at it, the more I think, okay, maybe that probably was a smart decision on their part. Riddler. Robin, thank you. Robin ended up being a really decent figure. In packaging, I wasn't crazy about him. I won't kid you. I wasn't crazy about the figure. But now, out of packaging, I dig it. I like it a lot. Color's vibrant. It kind of breaks up some of the darker colors that we saw with Batman and the likes of Scarecrow. But yeah, Robin, I'm going to give him an 8.5. How about that? Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Batman Arkham Knight DC Comics Robin. Actually, I think it was just called Robin. Stay tuned, guys, though. Spot's going to have more videos heading your way. Thank you for watching, as you always do. See you next time.